Do you want to know the best way to fast track your way to success? Get a mentor. Now, this may sound counterintuitive and you're like, well, duh, everybody knows that. When I started investing in real estate back in 2009, I graduated from endodontics in 2008. I saved up and I bought my first investment property in 2009. I had read a few books on real estate and I had the capital saved up from working and I started investing. In fact, I made a great investment. Clouded by my own success, I made a second investment, another real estate investment the next year. And that also ended up being a good deal. Now, good is the enemy of great. Feeling successful, feeling robust, I went after the third deal and it ended up being a nightmare. I didn't know enough about due diligence. I didn't know about a lot of things. I was an endodontist. I was doing real estate, trying to figure it out part-time. And the thing I was really lacked was a mentor, somebody to ask questions to, somebody to give me guidance. And as a result, I had a lot of six-figure mistakes that could have easily been avoided. Now, I stumbled along with some success and some failures, but even in losses, there's always a win because you always learn something. And so as a result, I became a better and better investor. But then all of a sudden, I got myself a strong mentor in what I was trying to do. And now the results have spoken for themselves. I've absolutely exploded the amount of success that I've had in a very short time period. Just in the last 3 years alone, I've greatly surpassed what I've done in the 12 years before that. So my advice to you, no matter what it is you're doing, whether you're building a DSO, if you're building a multi-dental practice universe, excellent practice manager, find yourself a mentor that's done that. Find a program that has proven that. Learn to rely on the professionals. As dentists, we have a tendency to want to do everything ourselves. That's not a scalable way of thinking. Instead, what we should do is learn to focus on what we're good at and double down and triple down on those skills, and the other skills that we are not so great at, not so good at, that's where we try to get help. We may hire somebody to help us. We may hire a consultant. We may hire more staff. We may bring on some technology. Now, in my case, I'm an endodontist. I have multiple practices. I have started many businesses. The buzzword these days that people call it is serial entrepreneur, and that's what I am. But the thing I love most is real estate and helping others invest in real estate. So I got really good at learning how to invest passively in real estate. Now, let me tell you about the mentor and how I had exponential results. Now, I read a book called Raising Capital for Real Estate by a man named Hunter Thompson. At that time, I was looking to buy a 16-unit apartment building. I hadn't graduated to large apartment buildings, and I just happened to read this book, and I was like, wow, this guy is such a smart individual. You know, he has such great insights, full of tactics and strategies, but also he's a brilliant guy. Right away, I gravitated toward this guy, Hunter Thompson. Next thing you know, I start listening to his podcast. I start listening to every single podcast he puts out. And I was very compelled by his thesis, his outlook on markets, economies, and we had very even congruent stances politically. Within the podcast, they talk about having a conference, the Intelligent Investors Real Estate Conference. I said, I'm definitely got to be there. I went to that conference. I met the guy that became my mentor. Then I joined his mastermind group when I found out that he had a mastermind group where you could pay 5 figures to be there. And I joined it. And to me, the ROI is immeasurable, right? I had continued to grow and expand by learning from him. I went into another mastermind group, a very specialized mastermind group, and it cost $50,000. A lot of people thought I was crazy. You know, I posted it in my Facebook group and people said, oh, did it come with a car? And people are incredulous that you would pay this kind of money. Did I get duped? And, you know, some people ridiculed me so much that I was even starting to second guess myself. I mean, $50,000 is a lot of money. So now I'm a few months into the program, and let me tell you that the naysayers are proven wrong, and it's worth every penny. If somebody gives me an option to pay $50,000 to put me, myself, my personal development, my business ahead 2 years, 5 years, I'll pay $50,000 all day for something like that. You see, there's no higher ROI no higher return on investment for your dollars than when you invest in yourself. What are the advantages that I gained? Just recently, I went to a mastermind retreat. There's 38 people in my group that have paid $50,000. Think about the type of individuals that pay $50,000 to invest in themselves. I mean, us dentists, we've obviously paid hundreds of thousands of dollars we've invested in ourselves, so maybe that's a bad example. But what I quickly found out is very high-level business entrepreneurs, very successful, very savvy type of individuals are the ones that continue to pay to educate themselves because they know the returns that come from educating themselves. So now all of a sudden I get access to these type of individuals. A little more on that in a little bit. The first is foremost is we get closer to my mentor, right? Now I know him on a personal level. I can reach out to him if I have questions, concerns. Same thing with my peers. A lot of these guys are very, very successful real estate entrepreneurs. And they've done a lot of different things in their lives to put themselves in the position to be so successful. Now, this is where success leaves clues. Proximity is power. When you're close to these type of people, when you're close to people that are more successful than you, that have done more than you, that have seen more than you, they can teach you more. Be very coachable in these type of environments. Now, when I go into an investment, not only do I have an excellent team in-house that we underwrite and we do due diligence on all aspects of any investment that we do, but we're surrounded by a team. We're surrounded by peers that we can bounce ideas off. We have consultants, we have advisors, we have layers and layers of people that we trust, trusted professionals that help us become stronger. Together, we become stronger collectively. And an environment where you have an intimate contact with these type of people are in mastermind groups. This is the ultimate level of mentorship. So when somebody asks me, what's the ROI? I would say that ROI is infinite on these type of things. Now, let me just fill you in on this mastermind that I was at, right? So we had the mastermind retreat in Cabo San Lucas. Number one, I have the opportunity to go to a retreat, write off the entire trip in a 5-star resort with some really savvy people. I brought my kids, my family with me. It was an absolute blast. Now, what did I gain? I learned a ton. I got incredible insights. I didn't just learn about markets, investing. I didn't just learn about real estate, which I did. I learned a ton of that. But I also learned a lot about mindset, how to approach problems, solutions for different issues that I'm having, both personally in my career as well as business-wise. A lot of the members are heads of real estate firms. What an incredible resource for us to share and bounce ideas off each other. It only sharpens our skills. It brings us into the light of things we may not have seen. It allows us to view markets, to view economies, to view opportunities from different lens, from different experience. And as I said previously, just makes you collectively a better investor and more importantly, a better person. On this last retreat, I had so many business opportunities lined up, so many investment opportunities that I'm so excited to bring to my investors. But these type of opportunities can only be sometimes created by creating relationships with top operators in the country. Anyway, I don't want to keep on ranting and raving. Bottom line, end of the day, whatever you do, whatever your interest, whatever your goals, whatever your dreams, whatever you hope to achieve, find someone that's done it before and get them to show you the way. Level 1 way is read any books, blogs, emails that they have, Facebook groups, etc. Level 2, if they have any type of course training, definitely do the course or training. And level 3, and probably the most efficient way to learn as much as possible in as short as time as possible, is to join a mastermind group or a paid mentorship group. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Click on the next video for more financial freedom tips, and let's take that walk of wealth together.